Boom! Welcome to another episode of Mike Sports. I'm your host, Eric, joined as always by Landry. How are you, Landry?
Got a little gnaw going. I think I got my Santa hat back here. There we
All
go.
right, yeah.
There we
Nice,
go.
good stuff. We
Got
are
a little
ready
Christmas
to
spirit
rock
going
and
on over
roll.
here. I've been fasting, so if everybody noticed, I was able to do the punch at least 20, 30% faster than Eric now.
Yeah, I'm going to have to start fasting so I can get my punch rate up.
And don't mind the noggin whiskey I got going. That's just
That's
that's not exactly.
that probably
fasting
evened
material.
us out there. The noggin
Yeah,
whiskey, evened out your healthiness, so that I could keep up.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk some football, dude. How about Thursday night? Dude, this year Thursday night games haven't sucked as hard.
Yeah, they haven't. They haven't. We've had decent football. Sure. I mean, this has been a really good season. If I
Oh,
can
it's been a
speak
fantastic
for the whole season. Yeah. How about that Rams Cardinals game, baby?
Hey, that was a fantastic game. Like the whole thing, starting from the beginning of the week, the Steelers Vikings on Thursday night. That was a fantastic game. Chase Claypool has to feel like an absolute idiot for celebrating there. Wouldn't it have been nice to have an extra second or two there for this?
Yeah, if he could take that back and not be on YouTube and Twitter, it'd probably help his career out a little bit.
Yeah.
That one dinged him a little bit.
Yeah, that's just, you got to be smarter than that in that moment. But like right from that game all the way to the Arizona Rams game, man, what a fantastic weekend of football, and what a great weekend to be like me, be stress-free, no worries about my own team. The Eagles were on bye, and we just rolled right into it.
I just sneeze. I'm back.
Okay. I figured that's what it was. I wasn't going to call you out for it.
I don't want to run your form, your professionalism with some giant COVID sneeze flying all over the screen with eggnog.
Nice. Yeah, I appreciate the thought there. But let's start with it. The Thursday night game, the Chiefs at the Chargers. And I remember the Chargers went into Kansas City earlier this year and beat Kansas City. But let's be honest, that's when the Chiefs weren't really the Chiefs that we know right now.
Yeah.
And boy, the Chiefs right now kind of look like a buzzsaw.
Yeah, I'm Chiefs all the way in this game.
Yeah.
And my theory is if you play a team twice, whoever won the first time is likely to lose the second. That hunger to get someone back usually will give you that edge. Is this one at home?
This game's in LA.
Okay. Well, then, I don't think the spread will be as great as I would at home.
Right.
But I still got the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's a 3-point spread. I actually like that as one of my picks for this week. I'm going to bet the Chiefs tomorrow night. So
I'm going to go 7 points. I'm going to go 7 point stretch.
Yeah, which means they'll cover the 3
that
they're buying. Yeah. Okay, so the Chiefs -3. I have that as one of my plays this week. Now this is that fun time of the year where we get some NFL action on Saturday because college football has wrapped up their regular season.
Mm-hmm.
So the first game on Saturday, 4:30, is the Las Vegas Raiders at the Cleveland Browns. The Browns, I know that they've had some COVID issues, some injury issues. I think a lot of teams are having some COVID issues.
Yeah, but the Browns are peaking right now.
Yeah. The Browns are actually getting a point in this game on the Las Vegas line. I think
the Raiders, maybe because of the Gruden shakeup, at one point I had a little faith in the Raiders. Now the Raiders seem to be a little inconsistent to me, whereas the Browns weren't inconsistent. They didn't look that good, and now they're looking good consistently. So
right, they've progressed as the season's gone on.
Yeah, I'm going to go Browns in this game, and I think the Browns at home are becoming a home field team.
Yeah,
they're starting to become that talented. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in agreement there.
Animal.
I love the Browns.
Like an animal. Garrett doesn't get enough, to me, just general attention for being one of the greats at his position.
Yeah, Myles Garrett's, I think he's one of the best defensive players in the league right now. If not for, the rookie Micah Parsons out of Dallas. And I'd say Darius Slay is the next in line.
Parsons is rookie of the year. Got to be rookie of the year.
Micah Parsons is rookie of the year, and he's probably defensive player of the year.
Yeah. And he might even win the Heisman Trophy.
They might as well.
He's that good. The college is affected by his presence. All right.
All right. So the New England Patriots are in Indianapolis. This is another win where the line is the Colts are giving 2.5 to the Patriots Dude, give me the Patriots all day.
Yeah, I don't. The Patriots unfortunately are starting to look a little Tom Brady-esque to me.
Yeah.
Some teams just start getting worried. Who in the world thought we'd have an 8-win Patriot team right now, looking like they're not going to fall to anybody anytime soon?
Dude, I'll tell you what, it's starting to look like, and I know it's a shame because this time of the year, whatever Super Bowl you think is going to happen is not going to be what happens. But man, I kind of wish we would all be right because I really want to see Patriots-Bucks Super Bowl.
I think the Bucks could take the pass right now at this very moment, but man,
yeah.
I would say this: in the next 2 or 3 years, the Patriots are going to be back to being a formidable team to where they're going to be a 10-win team now every season.
Yeah, I think they're there now.
I think they're a good team. The reason I won't give them they're there yet is I need to see more clutch moment out of the quarterback. I think when I see some more clutch games, if I see him knock out a couple playoff games, I'll become a believer. I'm not there yet.
Okay.
I kind of have like Josh Allen fear. Like Josh Allen came out of the gate, looked like dude's going to take people down, got in the playoffs, didn't look as good. Of course, defenses were better. I'd like to see Mac Jones against some more formidable defenses in his face, and I want to see him pull off these wins. Then I'll become a believer.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm also taking the Patriots on Saturday night against the Colts. And then Sunday, 1:00, we have the Jets at the Dolphins real quick.
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Dolphins
I'd love to see the Jets win and help the Eagles out a little bit, but they won't.
Yeah.
Speaking of my Philadelphia Eagles, they host the Washington football team.
We rivaled them last week, and now it's your turn.
Yeah.
We thought they were going to be much more of a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we came out smacking them around in the face.
Second half of the game, riddled with injuries. But hey, man, nobody's going to feel sorry for you in this league.
Yeah, not at the end of the season. Not at the end of the season. Nah. Right now, everybody's looking to put you down and put a tombstone on you.
Yeah, and I think the Eagles take care of them on Sunday.
Yeah, I think the Eagles take them by 10.
Okay, yeah, that's right around where I said. Like the line's 7, and I think around it's between a touchdown and 10 points is about where it's going to be. Yeah.
Yeah, the Redskins, even without the injuries, I think we overbloated them in the beginning because they came out swinging. But once everybody adjusted, they just didn't look as solid anymore.
Yeah, I mean they had a couple of nice wins there in the middle of the season, and they got hot for a little bit. But I think the Cowboys.
But I will say this: I think they found a quarterback if they're willing to develop Heineke a little bit. I think he can play football.
Yeah, I like him. I like him a lot. Yeah.
I think they should work on developing him into their starter for sure.
I think so too.
Dude going forward.
Yeah, and build the team around him with a solid defense.
He's got like a Kirk Cousins to him, kind of.
Yeah, and I
get an $85 million contract or something like that.
Well, and I think there's something to it. Like embrace that kind of quarterback and have that kind of system in place. Like there's more than one way to win in this league. Like, you have the Ravens style of, you're running mobile quarterback. And that's a team that like they play real physical on defense. They're a smash mouth offense. They play best with a lead. They're not a team that's going to air raid you and win a shootout with you. They need to play with the lead and play downhill and smash mouth.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm not picking on them, but they got no name, so they can literally be anything they want.
Exactly. So yeah, I also, like I said, I like the Eagles in that one. Tennessee at Pittsburgh.
Is he back or is he done?
No, I don't think he's back yet. I know they opened up the practice window for him.
If Henry's in the game, I'm going to go Titans. If he's not, I'm going Steelers.
See, God, Pittsburgh. Would the real Pittsburgh Steelers please stand up? Like, you tied the Detroit Lions. You lost to the Vikings on Thursday night, but you beat the Ravens. Like, who exactly are the Pittsburgh Steelers? I'm going to go Tennessee just because they're the team I feel like I know the best.
Right.
All right. Arizona at Detroit. Look, I know it's in Detroit. I don't care if the game was in Bangladesh. Give me the Cardinals.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to go with Cardinals, but I want to speak on the Cardinals Ram game last week. And I think I saw the best out of both of them step up in that game and play football. That was not one team dominate the other or whatnot. But hey, man, the Rams are peaking, and people should be scared, and especially the Cowboys, because if I look at the schedule right now and what I think the seeds will be, I think Cowboys will play the Rams in the first seed.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That's what I'm looking at right now. And if that happens, I do not think at current level the Cowboys can beat the Rams.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think that this is shaping up. The Rams are peaking at the right time. Man, with all the guys they had out, they had Higbee out, they had Jalen Ramsey out, they had Henderson.
And they beat
out.
a really good football team.
Yeah, and they're
not just looking good because the teams just aren't playing football. I mean, that team was trying to take them down.
Right. Odell Beckham had a great game. I feel like him and Matt Stafford are developing a nice connection.
I think Beckham's out next game with COVID.
Yeah.
So, but either way, I mean, we're not in the playoffs yet, so I'm not worried about the Rams from that perspective.
But yeah, give me Arizona this week. Dallas at the Giants.
I think this is an easy win. I'm going to go 14 points. I think we've got 14.
Yeah, the line's 11, and I think that's about where it should be.
I think Parsons probably gets, 30, 40 sacks. So
yeah,
it's a easy game.
Yeah, I think he probably eats Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, look, I liked Parsons. We did the draft together on the show in your show, and it's all good. He's better than I thought he would be at this point. He's doing better than I thought. He's developed much quicker to the game than I thought he was going to, and his speed keeping up with players and whatnot. I saw it in college, but I wasn't sure on the NFL level if he'd be quite the same. Of course, I thought he'd have some temporary success here and there, but I didn't think he would do as well as he's doing. He has come out and really shown. What I'm hoping is we don't have an Ezekiel type thing where the kid comes out, plays his first 2 years like a superstar, gets paid, and all of a sudden we just don't see the best Parsons anymore. I'm hoping it doesn't happen. But his motor is unbelievable. And if you watch him on Hard Knocks, which I don't know if you did.
Yeah, I did.
He's a funny kid. He's got
I love it. I love the fact that he wanted to play in those preseason games and was all upset when he wasn't allowed out there for a bunch of snaps.
Yeah, I want a hungry football player. Even if I'm not playing you, I want to know the minute I would tell you go in, you'd be freaking salivating.
Yeah, and I love the guys that want to prove themselves. Like when Jalen Hurts was asked about being named the starter in the offseason, and I loved his response when he said, "Hey man, the way I look at it, rent's due every day." And my initial response to that was, "Man, you need to get better lease," but it's only supposed to be
exactly.
But
man, I still gotta
I love the kid.
About my Jalen Hurts, Carson Wentz moment I had last year with you, where
I didn't say I didn't
roll the tape.
Jalen Hurts. I just said I really, and I still would prefer, given the choice, I would prefer Carson Wentz to Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, look, if I got Carson Wentz when he was playing football, like he was playing football before he psychologically seemed to dip down, I would take that Carson Wentz over a lot of football players in the league.
See, and I don't even think I would commit
on the Colts. To be honest with you, I don't even think he's there on the Colts yet. He's better than he was in Philly because of the situation, but I'm still not seeing that first round pick quarterback playing football with the Colts yet with him.
See, I would have committed every resource I could to just trying to figure out a way to psychologically fix Carson.
This is the question I have for you then.
Yeah.
Would you trade Howie Rosen? And I know that's hard for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Howie Rosen, absolutely, yes. Yes. I will drive
No sarcasm for folks who don't know. Eric has disdain dartboards with a space on it. He puts he has a painted canvas in his toilet bowl, so he pees on him daily, kind of thing going on.
Wait, does that not come standard with every house in the Philadelphia area?
It does not. It does not. That's a special request by evil, demonic people. All right.
Okay. Carolina at Buffalo. To me, this is a get.
No, wait. Hold on. You didn't tell me Cowboys Giants who you got.
Oh, yeah. Cowboys.
Okay.
Yeah, easy. Yeah, I agree with you about this. Like I said, the spread's 11. I think that's about right. It's between 11 and 14. I think Cowboys win by double digits.
Yep.
All right. Buffalo hosting Carolina. Look, to me, this is Bills get-right game. They are in desperation mode. They have to win.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Bills, but, man, if I'd be lying if I said I'm not concerned by what I see with them.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
They've regressed.
Concerned.
For sure, they've regressed.
Yeah.
Now, I will give them credit. They adjusted well at halftime in their last game and came out
Mhm.
and actually started to play some football. But I'm like, where the hell were you the whole first half? It's like you weren't in the game.
Yeah, games are 60 minutes. I mean, that was a great second half, but if
I
they
don't know what's
put
going
forth
on.
that kind of if they put forth that kind of effort in the first half, they wouldn't have needed overtime.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So here's the game of the week. I know you're excited to talk about this game. Houston Texans and Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, they are a rival, and they both suck. So it's a good sucky rivalry of who's going to suck worse. Look, there's a lot of controversy down there with Urban Meyer going on. I don't know why some of the little things I'm hearing are such a big deal to so many people. Something about in the conference they asked him, "Hey, is this player playing?" He said, "Yeah, a little more." The player hadn't played at all, apparently. So people were like, "Why is he even saying a little more?" I feel like right now they're just looking for any mistake Urban Meyer can make to run into the ground. I think it's stupid. People need to let go. The event that happened at the bar, let go. Like, he's a good coach, but you're going to screw up a good coach with the way you're covering him and
Well,
giving
did
him
you
a
hear
hard
about
time.
the comments he made to his assistants, telling them they were all losers? He's a winner.
Yeah, that's what they said. But when they asked him about it, he's like, it's bullshit. That was never said. I can't see Urban Meyer saying that. I don't see his attitude being like, you're losers. I just don't see him even talking like that. So I don't even believe that.
I'll tell you, one of two things is going to happen on Sunday with the Jaguars. Like, either they're going to come out, they're going to kind of rally together and be like, hey, we're a unit. We're going to try to end. They're going to play good, inspired football and win. Or that thing is going to blow the freak up and the Houston Texans win by a landslide.
What would you do if you're the Jaguars with the Urban Meyer situation? Would you sit tight and go, let's all blow over, you're our head coach, keep going. We're not cutting you. We're not releasing you. Would you build
Yeah, I
confidence
mean,
in
I
it,
would
or
at
would you be
least
thinking about it?
I mean, to me, I just kind of assess it at the end of the season. Like, I wouldn't do anything in season. It would be you're finishing out the season, and then I'd look at whether, like, I would still say, look, if you believed in him and you brought him in as your coach, forget this outside noise, forget what the media says. Like, you are committed to trying to win football games, and what you have been doing and trying to placate to certain portions of your fan base hasn't worked. So forget that. Stick to what your plan was. Your plan was bring Urban Meyer and develop a system. Like, don't start firing your coach after 1 year and screw up this quarterback. You have a franchise quarterback with immense talent. Don't screw him up by trying to have five systems in 7 years. Like, give him a.
Yeah, and I heard the fan base being unhappy with that they've only won one game. I'm like, hey, Jimmy Jones, freaking Bill Belichick, all of them had losing seasons in the first coaching seasons while they were building it. I don't know why all of a sudden the Jaguars think they're spoiled and they're supposed to come out swinging at 10 wins a season already or something.
The Dallas Cowboys, I mean, look at everything they had accomplished in the 70s and into the 80s. And guess what? When Jimmy Johnson took over in, what was that, 88?
Yeah,
like,
when Jones brought the team, fired Landry, brought in Jimmy, they had a one-game winning season the first two seasons.
They were 1-15. And guess what? They didn't fire Jimmy Johnson. They waited till after they won 2 Super Bowls to fire him. That's when you fire a coach.
Put them flames out.
You're getting too big for your britches, boy.
It's funny, man. I tell people go watch the story on that. There's a story on YouTube, and one of the things Jerry Jones, people didn't know is he's like, I went home that night after I fired him. I laid in my bed and I rolled over, and my wife rolled over and looked at me and said, you had to blow it up, didn't you? You just couldn't do it right. You couldn't let someone be bigger than you, and gave him the biggest mouthful after he made that decision. I did not know about that. I thought that was very
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's probably the one person that can tell Jerry Jones.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, your significant other usually can do that. It's a luxury they have.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I personally, I think the Jaguars are going to come out and play good football on Sunday.
I think they're going to win. I think the Jaguars win this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they need to. I hope for Urban Meyer's sake, they end the season on a couple of wins. And that I think will just there was some progress. They'll move more towards that mentality If they win on like 2 back-to-back losses, I just see the owner being like, well, let me think about it at least.
Yeah, but like you said, if they close out the season with say like winning
2
3
wins.
of their last 4,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
that could be
even
something we
2.
say, okay, we've got some momentum. Like, let's let this ride into next year.
Yeah. Well, and typically the way the mind works when it comes to judgment and in psychology, they can prove this, is the beginning, the end, or what's matter. A lot of attention is getting paid to the middle. You know, the way they study that is they have you draw a circle, trace a penny 100 times on a piece of page, and you'll notice the beginning of the penny and the end of when you draw it are the best circles you make, and in the middle, your circles are the worst.
Because it's just get through.
Well, exactly. It's human nature. So
Yeah.
I think that's the way it'll probably end up being.
Yeah, and they got and I mean, did Jaguars win? They won like their first week or something, didn't they?
I think they won their second week. I don't think they won.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. So they won a game in the beginning of the season, one of the first couple of weeks. And then if they were to close out the season with, say, like we said, the 3 out of 4, that would be, that would be the beginning and the end, the parts that you pay the most attention to.
Yeah. Then I think the owner's going to go, look, we started off strong. People adjusted to us, started beating us. Urban in the end readjusted, started winning towards the end again.
Yeah.
And he's going to look at that as that transitions into the beginning of next season, that winning. That's the way you want to end it. You know what I mean?
And look, and statistics have shown there's always that team that at the end of the season, like the team that's out of it, but goes on a little bit of a tear, like, wins 3 out of the last 4.
Well, they're like, we got nothing to use, so we'll be more risky. We'll go for it on more forced downs. We'll try to kick a 65er when usually we won't go for anything over 50. I mean, you'll see all kinds of crap in the end of the season.
Okay, so the Cincinnati Bengals at the Denver Broncos. This line confuses me. The Denver Broncos are 2.5-point favorites. Like, the Cincinnati Bengals are still a team that could compete for a playoff spot, right?
I think they're giving Mile High probably the 2.5 points on that. Mile High is just typically in Denver's when Denver's got a really good record at home, actually, if you look at it.
Yeah.
That's probably why they're giving them that. I, for one, am going to go with Denver myself by 3.
Okay. Well, so you have them covering. All right.
Yeah.
I'll take Cincinnati. So this will be a game that we'll be going head-to-head against. I think Cincinnati.
Yeah, and I do like Cincinnati is playing good football.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since they've
had any
kind of success. Oh, Burrow's probably my favorite quarterback in the league, not counting my own, obviously.
Right.
But I like Burrow in college. I liked him, and I just like the way he talks. He presents himself, the things he has to say. He seems like a mentally well prepared. He's bounced back from his injury well. So I've seen a lot of promise out of him. I'd like to see more success for his career. Which, I mean,
to me, there are 3 young quarterbacks that I'm just so excited to watch over the next 10 years.
Let me guess 2 of them.
Yes.
Burrow.
Mm-hmm.
Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
Hurts.
No. Well, I would have thought you would have guessed this one first. Josh Allen.
I'm never going to let you get away with the Cardinals and the Bills on me. I just can't do it. Can't commit. Herbert has made me a believer, though. That kid can play freaking football. I don't think the Chargers are going to be any good because Rivers is really talented, and he could never get anywhere, even with all his talent.
I think Herbert's going to be another Phillip Rivers. I think he's going to put up fantastic numbers, and it's going to constantly make you think that team's on the verge of doing something special. But because of the Chargers.
Smart. And when that contract is done, he says, nah, I'm going to see what's out there. And some team comes in and grabs him, a legit team, and puts him on them. And then Herbert could end up being something special. I mean, he's already something special in my opinion, but he's not with the special organization, that's for sure.
Now, there's a reason why the Mannings wanted Eli to stay the hell away from them.
Let me ask you this, since we always seem to run into the organizational conversation about what team's going to – what is the worst organization in the league to you?
Jets.
Okay, so we're in agreement on that. Who's the second worst organization to you in the league?
Because of the Jaguars.
Okay.
And my thought process being because I don't think that they're going to – I told you I would stick with Urban Meyer. I would give that a shot.
I sure would. Yeah. I mean, who else is out there that you think is going to give you a better shot?
Right.
I don't
we
know why
really thought
people,
there were
when they
going to
get
be no
upset with their
growing pains.
coaches, are so eager to be like, fire him, he sucks. I'm like, and get who?
Well, look, I know the argument to that is always like whenever anybody say like get who when I wanted the Eagles to fire Andy Reid, like I felt like I'd given Andy enough chances. It wasn't like second year of Andy Reid. I was like, get rid of him. This guy's a bum. Like it was after 14 years. Like we'd seen its course. Like
Well,
you
and when
haven't
I'm
seen the
saying,
course of Urban Meyer yet.
sure, exactly. And when I'm saying mine, I'm saying like, he is kind of a more creative college play style minded guy. So exactly what are you going to replace him with? Another, just a younger, more college play style guy. So I'm like, well, the age doesn't make a difference because of the kind of football he was already playing before he came to the NFL.
Right.
Lincoln Riley's gone. Yeah, you could go get some Bieniemy or somebody like that, a coordinator from another team.
Sure.
You don't even know if he'll commit to coming to a losing organization. So I'm like,
if you're Eric Bieniemy, like, and you're the offensive coordinator of the Chiefs, you've got Patrick Mahomes, and you can just freaking sit there and draw up plays in the sand with Patrick Mahomes till the cows come home, or you can go get the head coaching job of the New York Jets, be fired in 2 years, or the Jacksonville Jaguars be fired in 2 years because you didn't go to a Super Bowl with a roster that was hot garbage. All due respect to hot garbage.
And the salary isn't that much greater. You don't make that much more as a head coach. So I'm like, why would you put yourself on a possible chopping block when you could have another possible Super Bowl ring and get paid close to that salary and have job security? Why would you ever screw that up? I wouldn't. I'd rather be an offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator in this league. Offensive coordinator.
Well, like if somebody said to you, hey Landry, I will pay you $1 million, but your job security is that of 2 years, or you can make $950,000 a year, but you're going to be pretty safe for the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah,
like, tell me
I'm
you're
going to
not
go
going
with
to
a
take
10-year
that
plan. You know why? Because life is more than football, and I have other things I need to build and attain and take care of outside of football, and I need the security more than I need.
And that's the thing, you don't know about where Eric Bieniemy at.
And here's the deal: the whole point of being a head coach for me would be to take a team to a Super Bowl. If I'm on a team and I'm an offense coordinator that can possibly go to the Super Bowl anyways, well, that nixes that right there for me.
And I mean, look, there's something to being the head guy, and I know it's an ego thing. Everybody wants to be the head guy. But if you're talking about a head guy of an organization that is not committed to do, like, to me, it would almost be like the team would have to interview, like I'd have to interview the team as much as the team would interview me.
And that's
like,
what it should be.
Going to be committed
when you go on a job interview, they need to want you as much as you want them. That's why I tell people when you go on an interview, ask them what attracted them to your resume. Make sure you ask questions like that so you can find out why they're even interested in you in the first place. Because that's something, once they say it out loud to you, you can be like, there's my worth. This is one of the reasons why I think I'd be a good candidate. Same thing with coaching. I mean, when they call you, it's not like, oh, I'm here at your mercy. Do you want me to be your head coach? No, it's like, why should I come work for your organization who has a history of sucking? Tell me why.
Right. And especially when you're coming for the reason why you're being interviewed is because you're really good at your job. You're having success as a coordinator. Like, why should you give that up for something that's such an uncertainty for an organization that has shown you they're not committed to winning?
Yeah, and they're willing to turn over coach after coach,
right?
Or go for a big star player, and it's one guy, and you put everything into him, and he ends up having an attitude or sucking, but the owner wants him, so the coach has no say over it. I don't like those situations. I think coaches should fight for more GM power.
Yeah, if I'm a candidate, I'm sitting there talking to them. It's like, okay, what do you see in me that you didn't see in the last guy?
Yeah,
like because if you
and I wouldn't take any job where I'm saying on draft day, I don't have a lot of influence in who we pick. If it's just the GM and the owner,
my ass is going to be on the line.
And I've just got to coach whatever you bring to me, I don't accept that.
Nah, I wouldn't either. And I think, look, I know there's a lot of rumors around Philadelphia that was kind of the case with Nick Sirianni, that they hired him because they figured he would do what he was told. He'd be the good soldier. And to me, I'd be like, nah, man, my ass is the one that's going to get fired if we don't go out there and produce. So I may not have all the input because I may not have that kind of clout to be able to say I demand all the input. But, man, you're going to at least hear my voice.
Yeah, look, I wouldn't say I want I want full power until I've proven myself.
Right.
But out of the gate,
I want a
I
voice
better
in the
be
room.
at that table, and my voice
Yeah.
better be a factor in why we're picking somebody.
Mm-hmm. And like, I want the GM to say to me, "Hey, we're thinking of taking this guy. How do you think you could utilize him? Or do you think there's somebody here that you would like to utilize more?" Like, to me, that coach and GM, if you look at the successful organizations in the NFL, like the coach and GM usually are in lockstep. Like, they understand the GM can anticipate what a coach needs even before the coach says, "I want this guy." That GM probably already has him identified.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's the successful organization.
Totally agree. Look, and I mean, some coaches have tried to pull that full faith and credit in them and do it all, and they're not as good at it as others have been. But I think the league is changing in that nature where coaches are like, hey, I'm on the ground level. I talk to these guys. I'm the one that has to utilize their talent on the field. I like that a GM takes a lot of that stress off my back so I can focus on coaching. But come draft time, I need to be involved in who I'm going to have in front of me on a field.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
I don't understand how that even developed to have a GM between the owner and the coach. If I'm a coach or I'm an owner, I want the direct relationship with the coach. I don't give a shit about the GM.
If I was an owner, I wouldn't mind a GM, but the whole concept of the coach answers to the GM to me is just mind blowing.
Yeah, I've never understood that.
Those two should be working together. They should be equals. It should not be the coach works for the GM. Coach and the GM work for the owner. You guys got to work together.
And that's why I think it should be the GM and the coach should have to be unanimous in their agreement on the player. And the only way it can be overridden is by the owner. That's the way I think it should be.
Yeah, well, in the end, he signs the check. So,
yeah. I mean, even if I said the owner shouldn't be the one, I can't formality-wise take that out of the picture because, I mean, he owns the team. I mean, what can I do about that?
I think
but I can say a GM is an employee who is subservient to the owner. So the coach and the GM should be on the same level. They should have to agree. Whatever they agree upon, they take that to the owner.
Okay. Let's get back. Yeah, I agree. This has been a fantastic conversation on that. The San Francisco 49ers hosting the Atlanta Falcons. To me, the 49ers are that, like, I think we just talked about Rams being the 5 seed right now. I think the 49ers are locked into that 6 seed.
I said that the 49ers at the beginning of the season were my dark horse pick. I think they were
you did. I'll give you credit.
And didn't see it. But I think the Atlanta Falcons suck. So I don't even like this. Isn't a debatable topic on this particular game for me. The Falcons need to rebuild. They need to just start over.
Well, Matt Ryan's probably going to be gone. He'll be 38 at the start of next season. Like, he just can't. You can't have a long-term plan with him as quarterback. Like,
he's done always good. To his credit, his team hasn't always been good enough for his talent. So I don't want to sit there and be like, well, he's not good enough, and that's why they lose.
No, he's good enough.
But the rest for that organization as is, until the organization changes the team and flips it over, he ain't gonna go anywhere at this point. He's a who am I thinking of? What was I talking about earlier? Oh, he's a Rivers on the Chargers. They're gonna have peak moments, but overall, it's just not gonna happen.
Now, do you think, much like Phillip Rivers ended his career leaving and going somewhere else for a year, would Matt Ryan make a lot of sense? To me, there's one spot that stands out as a potential spot for Matt Ryan. Ben Roethlisberger has already said that he's retiring. Like, I could see Matt Ryan going to Pittsburgh for a year, trying to go and do something there.
Yeah. I think he can pull a Brady and get on a better team. I mean, look, Matt Ryan isn't not talented. The guy can play football. He's extremely accurate. He's good with the football. He's smart. And I don't know about I wouldn't say he's a clutch quarterback, but he's good enough to win you a Super Bowl if you have a good team. Yeah. He's also good enough to blow a 25-point plus lead in a Super Bowl.
That poor guy.
God, can you imagine putting up that many points in the first half going, I'm getting a Super Bowl ring at this point. It's pretty much locked in. And at the end, just looking at the scoreboard and going, how did this happen?
Yeah, I'd be sitting there thinking, like, it's just human nature. It's halftime, it's early third quarter. You're up 28-3. I got to be thinking, man, like, as long as we just don't do anything stupid, dude, we're about to win the freaking Super Bowl.
Exactly. In Houston.
Yeah.
We want to make life coach Landry happy. Jay Landry, we want to make him do backflips. We're excited to do that for him. Little did they know, I suited up and I was a linebacker on the Patriots taking that team down. I was the 5'7" guy out there amongst like the 6'5s. He couldn't miss me.
All right, Green Bay Packers at Baltimore Ravens. How is this
good game?
How is this game not flexed to the Sunday night game?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't think they thought Green Bay was going to be this good, to be honest with you. But, man, I'm looking forward to this game. Wait, is Lamar hurt, though? I remember his ankle injury. What's the update?
Yeah, right now, I mean, it's up in the air.
Yeah. Why are you talking? Lamar Jackson.
I guess he's still questionable. Green Bay's giving 5 points in that game. And I got to believe if Lamar Jackson was healthy, the line would not be Baltimore +5.
They're saying it's day-to-day. He did not practice Wednesday. We'll see how he is come game day. So he's a possible.
Yeah.
He's not out for sure. But, yeah, if he's out, Green Bay all the way. If he's in, it's just going to be a good game. I don't know who I'd pick. I'm going to go Green Bay overall, though, if I had to pick.
Yeah, I think I'll still go Green Bay no matter if Lamar's in there or not. It's just, to me, Lamar's style, we talked about it, like this. There's different ways to win.
Yeah,
I just don't think Lamar and that Ravens team can win a shootout against the Green Bay Packers. So if this game develops into that, I think the Green Bay Packers win.
Yeah, look, I think this is game of the week. This is the game I'm looking for the most. Of course, I'm assuming Lamar is going to make it, but I don't know if he's going to be 80% or he's going to, if he is playing, he's ready to go. Or they're just going to put him in, when he hits 80%. But I'm still going Green Bay either way. But this is game of the week for me to watch.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, definitely game of the week. And should have been flexed into Sunday night. Seattle at the Rams. To me, the Rams have gotten themselves right. This is the LA Rams going away.
Yeah, Seattle's trending down right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go Rams. This will almost seem like more of a feel-good win for them just to kind of pad up that place in the playoffs.
Yeah, agreed. Rams. So, okay, Tampa Bay hosting the Saints.
Almost would have been game of the week, but I think this is going to be Tampa Bay. I'm sorry. I hate when I say that. I meant Tampa Bay. There we go.
I think Tampa wins, but close. I think this is going to be a close game. New Orleans just gives him fits. Gives Brady fit the last few games.
Yeah.
So I'll just say.
What do you got spread? What do you got up?
I'll say a field goal game. I think 27-24, 24-21, something like that.
I got a field goal to 10-point somewhere in there.
Okay.
I think it's different. The last time these two tangled, Gronk wasn't on the field. With Gronk on the field, I just think it's a different ball game.
That's true. That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Gronk just opens up that midfield.
Yeah, absolutely. He finds that soft spot in the zone, and I know a lot of teams like to play, ironically, that Tampa 2 on Tom Brady.
Yeah, and then
Brady's willing to
trying to tackle a WWE freaking wrestler on top of it. So
that's right. He'll body slam somebody, maybe give him a German suplex, and
it's okay as long as he gets into the Navy Army credit union. It'll all be okay.
Yeah. Hey, he's got to get one of those federal discounts,
Hey, my man. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. This is Super Bowl champ Grover Gronkowski. I'm like, what does he mean a Super Bowl champ have anything to do? What's your shit? What's your number? 87.
But I'm special.
I know that's the best part. I'm special, and the lady's face is like,
you sure are, buddy.
I got a tard on the line. I repeat, tard on the line. Hey, but it's effective because we're talking about it.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, Minnesota at Chicago on Monday Night Football to close out Week 14.
Minnesota all the way. Chicago is a dumpster fire at this point.
Look, I agree with you. It probably should be Minnesota. I'm going to go Chicago just because I think they're going to – well, maybe it's just because I want them to, because that'll help out the Eagles. So, bear down, Chicago Bears.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to take the Bears to be a contrarian just because I want them to win. And there may not be a safer bet in the gambling world than betting against Kirk Cousins in a big game.
Yeah, I mean, there is some truth to that.
So that's why I will take the Chicago Bears on Monday Night Football at home against the Vikings. I think that the Bears get the win.
Oh my god! I think you got some weird fascination with freaking Chicago. I think it's the Cub thing and some extra ability to grade the Chicago Bears correctly.
Hey, well, as long as you don't start knocking my Cubbies.
I can't say anything. My team got freaking shellacked this year in the last game.
Well, at least they were there,
Yeah, who remembers freaking second place? I'll let you know.
That's true. I remember a lot about the 2008 World Series when the Phillies won. I don't remember a whole lot about the 2009 when they lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe there's something to that. Nobody remembers second place.
Yeah, nobody does. I forgot that. I even got that. That's set in a movie. I just can't remember what it is.
It has to be one of those sports movies.
Probably. What is on Ferris Bueller when he goes, who are playing the Cubs and whoever? Who's winning? The Bears.
Yeah. I always use that line too. Whenever games start, like my dad used to joke with me all the time whenever I'd be like, oh, what's the score? Oh, it's tied. So who's winning? The Bears.
The Bears.
As long as the Bears weren't playing in the game, then I have to come up with somebody else.
Exactly. In Chicago. The crime rate's high. Too many people dying. Chicago has more deaths right now than a third world freaking country. So I got no respect for Chicago, including the Bears or the Cubs.
Hey, take it easy on my Cubbies. But yeah, I do remember seeing a sign at the Eagles-Bears game saying the only thing Chicago's better at than Philadelphia was murder.
Dude.
Yeah. It's like, now that was barbaric.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope you enjoyed our picks. The picks sure to go wrong. Be sure to go call your bookie and bet every game against us because you will definitely make money. So everybody have a great night. And Landry, anything to add?
How about them Cowboys?
Go Birds, everybody. Have a good night.
Peace.